Stranger Things is a big deal if you didn't know. And if you didn't know, you probably don't watch the show, and we're not sure why you're watching this video. Anyway, the cast and crew have been working on Season 4, and by extension, the confirmed Season 5, for literally years now. Things were supposed to be out by now, but the global pandemic ruined everything, obviously, and as such, fans are treasuring everything they can get from the cast. Though two of the stars apparently had a very emotional reaction to all that is going on in Season 4. Allow us to show you how Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp explains why he and Millie Bobby Brown were both recently in tears. Number 6. Noah Schnapp speaks. Stranger Things actor Noah Schnapp is revealing why emotions for the cast members were recently turned up to 11. The 17-year-old performer, known for playing Will on the popular Netflix sci-fi series, visited The Tonight Show a while back, where host Jimmy Fallon brought up the fact that Stranger Things, which will soon launch its 4th season and only has one more season left after that. Schnapp responded by recalling an emotional moment earlier this year when co-creators Matt and Ross Duffer announced in an open letter shared to media outlets that the show will end with its subsequent 5th season. They recently posted this letter that they wrote, which I never saw until they posted because they don't really tell us anything, because they know I'm always spoiling stuff, Schnapp said. So they put out this letter and it's like, the show's ending, that's it. This is the beginning of the end. And I read it and I was just bawling. I was so upset. Schnapp went on to say that he reached out to co-star Millie Bobby Brown, 11, for support, and she was on the same page, as was Gaten Matarazzo, Dustin. And I texted Millie, my castmate who plays 11, and she was like, "You're crying too? So am I," recalled Schnapp, who told the crowd that he was 9 when he first auditioned for the role. And then she texted Gaten, who also plays Dustin. He's like, "I'm crying too." And then we all texted the Duffers and we're like, "This is so sad, I can't believe this is over." And they're like, "You guys gotta stop texting us. I know it's over, but we have time left." As for what fans can expect from the first volume of episodes from Season 4 that dropped May 27th, Schnapp promised complete and utter chaos. He continued, "Everyone's spread out everywhere. It's just the craziest, biggest thing you've seen from Stranger Things." So as you can see, they're sad, but they also know they've been a part of one of the most unique TV experiences out there, and that is really saying something. Number 5, the end is coming. In regards to that open letter that Schnapp was referring to, here it is. 7 years ago, we planned out the complete story arc for Stranger Things. Series creators and showrunners Matt and Ross Duffer wrote in an open letter to the fans that they put online. At the time, we predicted the story would last 4 or 5 seasons. It proved too large to tell in 4, but as you'll soon see for yourselves, we are now hurtling toward our finale. Season 4 will be the penultimate season, Season 5 will be the last. That is sad, mainly because this is a show that many would have loved to last for a lot longer of a time. But the Duffer brothers have always been ones to know when to stop things, and as such, 5 seasons is a good run, and it gives them time and space to wrap things up how they want to. Number 4, the whole of Season 4. As for the other big announcement, Stranger Things Season 4 now has a premiere date, which was teased and delayed for so long, but the show will be released on Netflix in 2 separate parts. Volume 1 will debut on the streaming platform May 27th, while Volume 2 lands July 1st. With 9 scripts, over 800 pages, almost 2 years of filming, thousands of visual effect shots, and a runtime nearly twice the length of any previous season, Stranger Things 4 was the most challenging season yet, but also the most rewarding one, the Duffers write. Everyone involved is incredibly proud of the results, and we can't wait to share it with you. What lies beyond Stranger Things Seasons 4 and 5? The Duffers wouldn't confirm any kind of spin-off, but they did tease there are still many more exciting stories to tell within the world of Stranger Things. New mysteries, new adventures, new unexpected heroes. Meanwhile, Season 4 will bring the characters outside the town of Hawkins. David Harbour's Hopper is alive and well, but he's been forced into manual labor at a Russian camp, while Winona Ryder's Joyce moved her family to California to escape the literal horrors of Hawkins. but new trouble is brewing that they'll see their paths collide once more. Alongside the news about seasons 4 and 5, we also got a synopsis and a tagline about what to expect. The season's marketing tagline: "Every ending has a beginning." Here is the official description of Season 4. It's been 6 months since the Battle of Starcourt, which brought terror and destruction to Hawkins. Struggling with the aftermath, our group of friends are separated for the first time, and navigating the complexities of high school hasn't made things any easier. In this most vulnerable time, a new and horrifying supernatural threat surfaces, presenting a gruesome mystery that, if solved, might finally put an end to the horrors of the Upside Down. Number 3. Needing to end. It may sound a bit crass that someone should think a show needs to end, but in truth, we can all think of a series that went way past its sell-by date. Plus, you have to remember that the cast has grown up a lot over the course of these 4 seasons, and will be older still when Season 5 is wrapped up. So in a way, it needs to stop so they can continue growing as actors and do other roles. This lines up with things the cast have said, including Finn Wolfhard, noting that the kids are getting much older now. I think because we've all grown and gotten a little older, we're not teenagers anymore, and all of us are young adults. Every season, the Duffers have been like going into scarier and pretty violent territory. This season is going to be easily the darkest season. It's weird because they amp up everything every season, and so it's the funniest season. It has one of the funniest storylines, like full-blown almost comedy. And then there's another storyline that's complete absolute horror. But not sci-fi, it's a horror. It's really scary, and I'm excited for people to see that. Number 2, turning the pages. Another thing that the Duffer Brothers have made sure to do with Stranger Things is not just plan out what's coming, but make sure that each season is its own story that can be built upon later. We like to look at each season as kind of its own complete story, Matt Duffer told Deadline. We do have a pretty large mythology, and season by season we're turning the page and revealing a little bit more and more. So we do have a general sense of where we're going. We've known the ending of the show for quite a while. And you can expect to see the show's endgame seeded in Season 4, which again has been confirmed as not being the series' final installment. We know what the end is, and we know when it is, Ross Duffer said. The pandemic has given us time to look ahead, figure out what is best for the show. Starting to fill that out gave us a better idea of how long we need to tell that story. And that answer is 5 seasons. And with Season 4 almost ready to debut, they'll be working hard to make Season 5 the best it can possibly be. Number 1, the end. The sole beautiful thing about this situation is the fact that the show can now have a definitive ending, meaning that people can start predicting what is going to happen next. There are a lot of mysteries still left to solve, and the Duffer Brothers have confirmed that there are even more characters to meet, both good and bad. Stranger Things has a very dedicated community that loves to think about what might happen next. So if nothing else, it is going to be a wild ride to see what is true, what is false, and what is strange. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Stranger Things and how the cast is already reacting to the show's upcoming 4th season? Are you already a little scared, in a good way, about what might happen in Season 4? What do you personally expect to happen in it and to the characters? Who do you hope survives above all else? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time on the channel.